Why do all good things come to an end? Why must everything pass and become no more than a burning memory? We all know the somber beauty of the good old days. We all fondly remember the tastes and smells that defined our childhood. In the digital and postmodern age with its comforts and technologies, it's easier than ever to muse on the past and transform nostalgia into a form of art, even into a lifestyle. Yet, despite our best efforts, the sand of our hourglass keeps flowing and time goes on, unconcerned of our sorrow, washing away what once was. This is how things are. This is how they are supposed to be. Part of growing up is the ability to make peace with impermanence and to accept that all things must come to an end. But what happens if someone is unable to let go and tries to forcibly keep alive their long-dead dreams and hollow, recycled memories? Well, the only thing that they will achieve is mummies, undead wraiths haunting the recesses of their mind. A beautiful and somber example of this we find in The Leopard by Prince Giuseppe Tomasi di Lampedusa. I'm Johnny Lighthouse. This is the Johnny Lighthouse Show. The Leopard, in its original title Il Gattopardo, published in 1958, tells the story of Fabrizio Corbera, Prince of Salina, a sturdy Sicilian nobleman known for his strong character. The story takes place in the 1860s, during what is called Il Risorgimento, that is, the unification of Italy brought about by the Savoy monarchy and Giuseppe Garibaldi. The story, viewed through the proud eyes of Prince Fabrizio, reflects on time that passes, on how things are doomed to change, and on what happens to those who are unable to let themselves drift along and let go. Now, in order to understand the dynamics of this story, we must first analyze three of its main characters. First, we have Tancredi, Prince Fabrizio's hot-blooded nephew. He is a revolutionary who gives his allegiance to the invaders and to the new system they are seeking to establish. A system that would erase the class of nobility and the long-standing cultural status quo established by the Bourbons. He represents openness to the future. He embraces change and is not scared to jump into new enterprises, even if he has to destroy things as they used to be. Second, we have Concetta, Prince Fabrizio's daughter. She is madly in love with Tancredi, who initially loves her back. However, she willingly sabotages herself because of pride. When eventually Tancredi moves on because of receiving mixed signals, she is unable to let go and devotes her life to pointlessly linger on her past and to keep her love for Tancredi forcibly alive. She would never get married and would die alone. Third, we have Prince Fabrizio. Compared to the previous two characters, he stands in the middle. He is a man tied to an old way of life and to a world destined to be wiped away by history. He is a nobleman who still remembers a world where nobles could follow their whims unchallenged by anyone. But when Northerners invade, bringing the new doctrine of liberalism ignited by the French Revolution, he realizes that he has no choice but to accept change and to renounce to his status, even if he doesn't want to. So, he pretends he's in favor of the revolution and lets himself grudgingly drift along the course of events. He represents the person attached to the past but willing to adapt, even if reluctantly so, though his heart is full of sorrow at the remembrance of the good old days. This book became famous especially for a specific quote, well known in Italy. Everything must change so that nothing may change. With this line, Tancredi tries to reassure his uncle, saying that the revolution is necessary so that the old way of life of Sicilians may remain unchanged. On one hand, this phrase was meant to hold up a mirror to Sicilian people, who the author, Sicilian himself, described as prideful and stubborn, unable to change and adapt. On the other hand, it mockingly describes the fate of those unable to let go, those for whom, though everything changes, still nothing must change. This is exemplified in the self-inflicted yet tragic story of Concetta. After she loses Tancredi's interest and has to witness his love story and marriage with beautiful Angelica, her rival, she is devoured by remorse and tries to sublimate her feelings in religion. And so, she withers among collections of fake relics and bones by ceaselessly praying in a private chapel in front of a picture that is supposed to represent the Virgin Mary, but in fact depicts a sensual young woman waiting for her lover. To such a degree does she remain attached to her lost love and to the forever gone world of her youth, that she transformed her bedroom into a grotesque shrine of dead dreams, overflowing with relics of her past, objects that remind her of something, anything of her youth, the lost world of yore. Among heaps of dusty trinkets stands one relic she is particularly fond of, the repulsive mummified body of Bendicot, her dead father's long-dead hound. The macabre cadaver sits at the center of its silent kingdom of dust, falling to pieces despite the best efforts of servants to preserve it, until it resembles a hideous heap of hair, dirt, and withered flesh. The story ends with Concetta silently brooding in front of the mummy, after a priest has had her shrine of lost love torn apart. Forced to let go, despite of her best efforts, she has a sudden glimpse of decisiveness and has the hound mummy thrown out in the trash, where it finally disintegrates in a heap of ash and dust. So, after all of this, do you think Concetta is an old withered loser, a bigoted femcel, so to speak? Well, think again. Do you remember that dead love story you still linger on, hoping beyond hope, when life has long drifted you apart? Remember that loved one you lost long ago, whose pictures you are still unable to let go and keep browsing, stubbornly wiping the dust from their useless trinkets. Remember that old movie from your youth, the movie you fell in love with, and whose grotesque and soulless remakes you keep mindlessly consuming, despite you know they are the very negation of what made the original great. The truth is, most of us, if not everybody, has their own mummies. Their dusty relics they are obsessively attached to, unable to let them go. Now, don't get me wrong, nostalgia is a great thing, it's part of life, and it makes our memories beautiful. It is okay to muse on the past, but beyond a certain threshold, it becomes noxious. By clinging to the wraiths of our past and mummifying our long-dead dreams, we are unable to embrace the changes that life demands, incapable to drift along with the current of time. We wither, musing on a past that does not exist anymore and has nothing more to give, closing ourselves to the endless possibilities and beautiful scenarios that life and future still have in store for us, if you are willing to accept them. We become like Gollum, withered, predictable and never changing, consumed by his past and obsessed to get back his treasure, the only thing that he has truly loved, but that he equally hates, because it is the reason of his own demise. This is what Bilbo himself would have become, did he not set off for the great adventure that would change his life forever, with all its perils and joys. Adventure that, by definition, requires unpredictability, and which forced him to embrace the beauty of the unknown, which is the beauty of life itself. So, this is my humble advice for you today. Don't commit the same mistake of Concetta. Let go of your mummies, throw them into the trash if necessary, and dare to take a deep breath of the fresh air of future. Embrace the beauty of impermanence and set off for the beautiful adventure that is life. Because if it's true that all good things come to an end, it is also true that after every end there's a new beginning. And the good news is, the key to your destiny is in your very hands. So, get up and write your own adventure. And that's all I wanted to say for today. Thank you a lot for having stayed till the end. I really appreciate it. This is a new channel, so if you like what I do, feel free to like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment if you feel like it, and welcome on board. Also, if you like this video, I strongly recommend you watch my Hobbit video, which expands on the themes of adventure and change. It's a great video, you'll like it a lot. I am Johnny Lighthouse. You heard the Johnny Lighthouse Show. Till next time, my friends.